love this picture. This is not just a picture of a flower. This isn't just yellow and blue and sunlight. I see in this picture a flower in a way I've never seen it before. This photographer has shown me a flower that I never saw. And it's all due to the perspective. It's not just that it's a flower, but the way he has composed it and has made all these things come about, the sun, the light, the angle, shows me a different flower than I've ever seen before. Or maybe the same flower in a different way than I ever saw it before. Just like this picture, language, literature has the power to show us things in a way we never saw them before. And we're going to now go on an adventure of looking at things from a different perspective. We divide literature into groups that are the same kind, perspectives that have similar characteristics. For example, short story. This is a group of, or a section of literature that all has kind of the same perspective. It's usually a single setting, usually short, about one topic, one idea, very few characters. A short story is a perspective that's different from other things, such as nonfiction, another genre or type or perspective of literature, where we have informational texts, texts that are true. Poetry, another genre, another perspective of literature. And drama. We have an adventure ahead of us, don't we, as we look at these different perspectives on literature. We're going to start with short story now, and the elements of short story that make it a different perspective. For example, setting. An important element in a short story is where it takes place, the time, the place, but also why. Why is this happening? The circumstances of the action. Plot, which is the action, the sequence of events that tell the story. Characters, who the story is about. And in a short story, there won't be a lot of characters usually. There may be some minor characters, and there'll be one or two or three or just a very few major characters in a short story. Theme, this is the author's message to you. Why is he writing this story? It's not just an account of his day or something that just happened without any focus or point. When an author writes a short story, he has a message. Point of view. Is the narrator part of the story, or is he someone outside the story that's just reporting? And voice. The narrator's personality. Where is he coming from? How does he feel about what's happening and about the other characters? I want you to become familiar now with these aspects of the perspective of short story so that you can then apply them to short stories that we are going to be reading. So work with it for just a few minutes. Well, how can you remember these elements of a short story? First, get a picture in your mind, like this one of a mountain climber. Then ask yourself some obvious questions. The questions you ask yourself as you look at the video are those elements of short story. All right, first of all, where are we? That's setting. What is happening? That's plot. Who is that climber? And how does he fit into the story? Those are the characters. Who is taking the pictures or telling the story? That's the narrator. What is the attitude of the photographer or the narrator about the climber? That's the voice. Why did the cameraman or the author take this picture? That's the theme. Use these to help you remember those elements of short story.